Started here. First up. Get everything going correctly here. Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to my office, my slice of real life here in the V2 world. I am a librarian VTuber, Star Shadow, aka Star, real life working, a librarian. Emphasis still on working, still a librarian as well, but the emphasis of course is on working. Also a family man, a daughter and 3 cats. And when they've all settled down for the night and I have nothing to do in the morning, then I can play some games, and that's what we're gonna do tonight. Problem with the trying to stream during the week is of course I have to work, and so it's kind of hard when I have to be up at like 6 in the morning to do a normal weekly stream that normally lasts past midnight. So yeah, we're kind of not doing that, but yeah, it is Friday, so welcome to the weekend, everybody. Welcome to the weekend. Not to the music artist the weekend, but I mean, not that he's here. I mean, if he is, hello, what's up, dog? But I mean, the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of weekend. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to, right? With it being a weekend, right? I don't know. It's a normal weekend for me. We're still working on a whole bunch of stuff for jobs and stuff, so that takes up a lot of time. Then in my little bit of free time, I've been playing Far Cry 5 to relax. I wanted something with a little of the old shooty to go on, just because, you know, sometimes you just want to shoot some stuff instead of having to worry about anything else. And so that's what I've been doing, kind of just relaxing, killing some cult members, as you do, of course, as you do. I'm about getting close to about halfway through, which is nice, but then I might want to switch over a little bit and play a little the Oblivion remaster. Sounds like fun, especially considering I never got that far into it because I was obsessed with doing everything else in the world instead of doing the main story and going into an Oblivion gate. Just didn't interest me. But yeah, I explored and walked, I think, pretty much every inch of the world there. Now I'm just completely blanking on it. Is that Cyrano? What was it called? I think that's what it was called. But yeah, so then I eventually carried that on into Skyrim, walking every inch of that, because who fast travels? Come on, in a game like that, fast travel? No, that's a walking game. Walk and explore and see what you can see. Especially now, that's supposed to look really good, so kind of excited for it. But yeah, definitely not gonna play that on stream because that would not be what y'all want to see. If I were better at this kind of thing, where I could yap and better, and that would probably work real good, but we're not to that level. We're not to that level. But yeah, disappointment with the Pistons last night. Didn't get it done at home. It kind of collapsed again a little bit. Started to come back, and then they had a chance, and it wasn't a great chance at the end, but just all wrong. Very disappointing, especially after taking game 2 in New York and having home court again. Now we wait for Sunday to see how that goes, because gotta split at least here at home. Then we gotta win another in New York, but you know, gotta do what we gotta do, get that done. So we'll see. But yeah, I haven't watched a lot of basketball this year. I haven't been watching a ton of NBA, but I mean, Pistons in the playoffs, can't miss that. So I've been watching that. So yeah, that's been fun. NFL drafts going on, kind of crazy. Haven't followed too much, although the whole Shedeur Sanders dropping steadily is hilarious. Although, to be fair, I mean, drafting a quarterback is kind of a crapshoot, mostly because it depends on the synergy between the quarterback and the coaching staff, as opposed to their actual talents a lot of the time. Because unless you're like one of the like real good quarterbacks, one of the top quarterbacks, and the level behind that is all pretty much the same, and it just really depends on finding a fit and being willing to work with what the QB strengths are that you have. Otherwise, it just won't go very well. They're not going to carry a team, so you have to put them in the best position to succeed. And there are a lot of coaching staff that won't do that. And there's a lot of just the management around some of these teams that won't make their teams better and won't make moves that are appropriate. You know, they don't know how to build teams. It's pretty sad just how bad a lot of the management can be. And even some of the coaching staffs who are just kind of get, you know, all in there. The way I do things is the only way that can be done. And that just hurts things. But I guess now he's gotten an endorsement from Donald Trump, which I don't know how that's helping things. It's pretty dumb, but okay. But I was happy to see we had 3 Michigan players go in the top 15, I guess. I think that where Grant went. What was that, 15? So Graham, Colston Loveland, Kenneth Grant, all went in the first round there, top half of their first round. Nice. Will Johnson didn't go into the second round, but because with all his injuries, that's kind of been a problem. So I kind of understand that kind of slide, but have to keep an eye on things a little bit more. Haven't been paying too much attention even to the Lions draft yet. I know they took the Ohio State defensive tackle in the first round, but that's as far as I know. I'll wait until draft's over to kind of take a look at that. Whew. I don't know why I'm tired. Shouldn't be. All right, let's get into Honkai Star Rail so we can finish up the Trailblaze here and finally be able to move on, because there is definitely a lot going down here.
Over here.
All right, so we are in Styxia. Oh, I forgot my assignments. It doesn't matter. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. Team. Oh no, that's what I want. There we go. I want to make sure I have a full team here, but yeah. So we are in Styxia, as we are on the trail of Thanatos for Castorice. Cypher, the demigod of trickery, has brought us here, so we're gonna be exploring here, and hopefully not gonna be here for that long, so that we can then move on. So here we go. We did get invincible ankles because we dipped our feet into the River of Souls. All right, Onyx's a miracle rune of recollection. So interact with the rune base to obtain the rune of recollection. With the rune in possession, the miracle orb's illumination radius moves with your character and reverses the surrounding space-time. With the rune in possession, interact with the rune base to drop the rune, and the miracle orbs illumination radius will stop following. Okay. So we have it. Okay, cool.
Onyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Alright, let's make sure that it's actually loud enough here. Keep an eye on things here. Second up to, oh, yep. Basic treasure? Yeah, see, we got good sense for stuff here. Don't hide no treasure around me. Don't hide that treasure. Now what we'd like to see, there's another treasure over here. Ah, time to touch your friend now. Oh, well, we'll be back over here, that means. And we can cross. I wanted to see here. Yeah, once we put it back over there, we'll be good.
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
A few decorative designs wouldn't go amiss.
It's fine, it's fine. We're gonna see exactly what is around here.
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with him.
Okay, we'll do that. Okay. Oh, we're blocked right there. Okay, so we have to then. Okay, so this is the spot where we can put it and then, but we made it through, so now we can go and look for some of that stuff that we were looking for. Oh, some of this bullshit up here too. Should we run through it? Can we get through it? Yes, we can. Like, I don't feel the need to have to fight these guys if I don't need to. But I switched my force just in case they decided they wanted a little piece of me. Which they don't. Perfect. Not like we get experience points for it, so. Oh, the hand of dagger is up here. Rising and falling of river Styx, probably.
Yeah.
As far as we can go here, okay. Treasure. Don't stop. Can't stop. Okay, now we also gotta find ourselves the last coin of whimsy. We saw two of them when we were walking around. Right, there's one. Then I saw one over there. And that guy. I should have done this first, actually. Alright, so where is the last one? That's the question. The thing is, it's probably hidden. No, it's not really hidden. I thought it might be hidden in the light. But it was not. Oh, I can't go in there and beat the she has a lot of. Alright. But let's take a look and see. Okay, we'll get to this when we get to it. Can we go down? No. If it feels like a ball or something, we'll take it down there. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You're welcome. I'm always all abouty bouty.
Yeah.
Taking a look everywhere first. This is one of these, which which huh? Oh yeah, no, that was right. For a second there, I was like, that's not quite right, is it? Purple, of course, 4-star. Don't help me, but yeah, look at us go.
Sound linger. Incense ascends.
Alright, what up?
Ah, by the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me.
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described.
Divine beast.
What?
Oops. What did we say? This is my pet, so I'm actually of the hunter class. Yeah, that's probably what I would have picked.
A campaign? Who are you campaigning against?
Nobody knows, as of now.
Huh.
Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached, as it is the doorway between the netherworld and the mortal realm. As for the rest of the scouts, they've completely lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needed to be given a new designation.
An unprecedented calamity. Could it be death?
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death is just one of the possibilities. It's too early to come to a definitive conclusion.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the era Chrysia before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
Though he returned to Styxia, he only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally together. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable?
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
Definitely sounds like us. Echo, I think you already asked that. See, you set the loop on repeat. Echo?
Oh, it's the same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists.
Styxia is no more? This cannot stand! Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality.
Oh, is you gonna touch him too?
Sir, I am the Maiden of War. sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing.
Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long.
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment.
Is it over? Have we won?
Cass, oh, are you all right?
I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I would still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
Is this a remnant of his soul?
Check the soul's remains.
Well then, why should I place my trust in you, holy maiden from afar?
Wait, this is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos, heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos heir's journey.
And yet, you seem to... not mind. This is quite surprising to me.
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes you, Castorice.
You seem to hear a sigh of contentment, as if it comes from the mouth of some colossal being. Then the scenes of the past abruptly
I
dissipated.
didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Ornyx's rune?
Perhaps, but I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one that I will never forget.
So it seems that the Council of Elders has manipulated you once already. Kalaya trusts you unreservedly.
Indeed. While my relationship with the Council has always been quite ambiguous, Lady Aglaya has never taken any precautions against me. Instead, she's shown me nothing but complete trust. I really want to repay her for that trust. But why would this memory appear right now? Is this really Ornyx's power?
Seems like probably not, but you know. Hard to say. Okay, we might
These
actually...
dead monsters actually be...
If Lady Cypher is to be believed, this could be the handiwork of Lord Mighty. He's still fighting against the Black Tide, even in the Netherrealm.
You know what? Let's do something real quick. Now that I see them, why fight them myself when I have a big ass hand that can fight these things for me? You know what I mean? Did I miss? Are they not enemies? They might not be enemies then, huh? Then that's how we get around over there. Okay. Interesting achievement there.
This might be of some use.
Hey, look, it's looking at me. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's why you look around a little bit. Just never know. Above Tartarus. Okay, we got another. Ha ha ha. Oh, look at this.
Oh?
Oh, it's not even that good.
Expected.
And there's a spear in here too. Alright, where are you going? That was a big one too. Kind of surprised. Oh, there it is. A big old chest. Yeah. Got him. Got him. It actually took me a different place than I thought I was going to. I thought that might take me around. But hey, that works. Nice little convenience there. Little side passage.
Why are the black tide monsters here too? Can they swim in the River of Souls?
Even Thanatos wouldn't be able to accept black tide monsters into their realm. These traces seem to suggest that anybody who trespasses upon death will pay a heavy price.
Will we suffer the same fate as well? Who are also here to trespass upon the Titan?
Since the realm of the dead must remain peaceful, it's imperative that we rid the place of such discordant noise. Please stay back. Let me deal with these enemies.
Okay.
Existence is unity.
You're not here. All that and you're not here. Awesome.
Don't let me down.
But she's gonna show up?
Relax. May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Time to cleanse the filth.
Good times.
I probably should have done this first.
Boom.
Thinking about energy management here.
Time for a lesson.
And yeah. Well.
Life. A true mark.
The path ahead is blocked by the River of Souls again.
In that case, let's go back to the past. This miracle sure is handy.
This is yet another aspect of a Titan's divine power.
That's Castorice. You did a very good job there of... Oh, okay, we can fight this thing if we really want. of taking care of that yourself. Yes. Indeed, you took care of it yourself. Okay,
I wonder what that is.
it would be fun to fight that battle, but I don't have to, so it's not distracting me enough for it. It could have distracted me enough, but it did not.
If Don Hung was around, he'd definitely be able to raise the waters of the River of Souls into the sky.
If Lady Hycelians was still alive, I think she might be able to do that too.
Okay. That's where our thing is here. Okay. Put that down. Oh, we have to have it on in order to do that. Okay. Well, I just wanted to see. I was just checking. I wasn't sure. I mean, it makes sense. What I was looking for is that I was looking to see if that was going to turn into a point. Looks like we should be able to get to that. Indeed. Oh, you son of a bitch. Right. Oh, I saw something there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna warp us over there. I don't really need to do it, but should just be this, shouldn't it? Yeah. Gonna say it. I'm pretty sure that was just gonna be a simple one. That's not gonna let me across, right? Yep. Okay. So then we put this down.
You seem to be able to discern both the past and the future.
We're just that good. We're just that good, baby. A lot of purple stuff though. Okay, well we saw something over here. Stream. Among the followers of Fagosa there is a saying, we are all impure rivers, unable to cleanse ourselves. Only the great ocean can take us in without ever growing dirty. Dirty? What do you think? Think we need to take a bath? Well, you need to do that shit. Don't lie to me. Alright. Ah, new spot. Like puzzles here? No. Good.
Why isn't there a god yelling in the distance? Indeed, my downtrodden fellow, your sorrow and joy are but means for me to amuse myself. I will at least derive some comfort. If all the tears that I had shed were determined by some mightier being above.
It's you people.
Oh, she said that with such disgust.
Oh, this place. Must have been a beautiful courtyard in the past.
Sneaky.
A few decorative
The Withered
designs wouldn't go
Garden.
amiss.
All flames will eventually die. All flowers will wilt. In the withered garden, the traveler's steps grow slower, each breath aging them in sorrow. As moonlight shifts and shadows linger. Okay. Certainly can't go in there yet. Oh. Got an anchor. Cool. Got another garden anchor. Eulogistic butterfly. You remember Castorice once spoke of the origins of the eulogistic butterflies. Some believe them to be the final obsession of the deceased. Others believe them to be Thanatos' messengers. They are always found in places where many have met their demise. Lost human, if you could say one last thing before leaving this world, what would it be? I'm going to do a deep EP. I want to live 500 more years. Farewell, Honkai Star Rail. I left my trailblazing legacy at. I live if I stay quiet, right? Farewell, Honkai Star Rail. Farewell. I still recall the last words of some of the deceased if you're curious. I'm interested in some last words. Of course, whose parting words would you like to hear the most? The rulers of the different city-states. I recall that an optimistic ruler once said, I have finished my business here and I die without regrets. Someone asked another ruler on his deathbed who his successor would be. He only said, the strongest. Another one suffered so much pain that she gave this order to her doctor, kill me or be guilty of regicide. I remember one of the rulers only said water before dying. What about the heroes in war? Before his execution at the hands of the enemy, a soldier said, the only thing I wish to say in this last moment is that I can only give my life for my city-state once. Many more soldiers didn't know when death would come. One said, tell them that it hurts really bad on one side of my body. The old captain who traversed many seas died from illness on dry land. She said, please help me put on my clothes and armor and let me die like a proper soldier. She was buried by the sea in the end. The poets who wrote great works. Before his death, a poet asked his poet son, tell me, Alexander, on your soul and conscience, do you believe my works will be passed on after I die? A poet spent her life pursuing new verses till the very end. I seek no healer in the courtyard to declare my demise, for I shall proclaim this freedom with my own cries. Another poet died during his performance. His final line was, Thanatos promised me a better world. The Nameless Commoners. There was a philosopher of the grove who tried to pick some apricots, but was scolded by his wife. He said, so what if I picked them? What the Amphoreus profanity is going to happen? Moments later, he died. When asked how they are feeling, someone replied, I feel good and comfortable. I must sleep now. Take the pillows away. I don't need them anymore. There was a person who felt a sudden headache, and her last words were, what's happening? Thank you, it's all for now. You can come back anytime. Interesting.
Sound lingers. Incense ascends.
Never know, we might need this.
Please excuse me. I am but a scholar from a distant land who had the misfortune of falling into the River of Souls and turned into a member of the dead.
Huh? This one seems to know that she's already dead.
Oh, I was merely speculating, but it seems I was right. And you... I recognize you. You're the Holy Maiden of Death from Idonia, right?
I'm sorry. I cannot bring you back to life. However, should you desire it, I can end your prolonged limbo.
I'm well aware of that. Even if you were able to revive me, I would never choose that option. That's because I didn't fall into the River of Souls by accident. Instead, I leaped into it to seek my death.
Why?
If you could see the life I've led, then you would not reproach me so.
My life was far too miserable. But I did not expect things to stay the same even in death. What a joke. In escaping my mortal life, I've entered a millennium of pain instead. Circe's above. What cowards humans are. For we fear both life and death simultaneously.
I'm sorry. I am also powerless to answer that question.
That's all right, Holy Maiden. At least you are able to respond to me. Please, grant me death. Circe's above. Does this count as thinking till the moment I die?
She seems free. I can't imagine what it'd feel like to roam around this void for centuries.
I have seen too many farewells. Her distress is quite commonplace. There are those who will end their lives over what seems to be the smallest of worries. For some people, this power that I possess is a blessing rather than a curse. But I never managed to convince myself of that.
Cass, are you still trying to create a world without death?
Yes, because when placed under time's vast scales, there is no worry in this world that cannot be solved.
You should chat with Don Hung about this.
This is a wish that I've held for almost a millennium. My mind might have changed once upon a time if people managed to strike up a friendship with me, but I've never been more firm in my conviction. Now that I've learned about your near-death state, it is my duty to wipe death from the face of this world.
Oh, god damn it. And he's gonna make me... Motherfucker's gonna make me waste my shit. Just techniqued all over these things. You never, ever learn. The power of whimsy, yes. Yes. Alright, Bartholos. You know what? My mind is going places it shouldn't. Care to take a guess? Because you're Bartholos. Brilliant. You're absolutely right. I'm just a helpless spirit thief with endless ambitions, but so little power to achieve them. In that case, only a real fight can make me feel alive again. God damn it.
Eternal.
Don't let me down.
You're not gonna move up.
Relax.
Maybe that might be something. The basic attack.
Time to cleanse the filth.
May as well kill them all.
Now you want to get hit with an ultimate.
Time for a lesson.
Fine.
There's no backing out now. For me or you.
I can't have my stuff saved. Just in case.
Stand still.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Be of your body and mind. Self-inflicted misery.
Well, I was hoping to get Jade back up, but...
Life.
Ew, there's something oddly satisfying about being beaten up when feeling empty inside. Bro, this used to be a magnificent city-state, right? But with just a turn of the cosmic wheel, it's all vanished in a moment. This is maddening. The Netherrealm's foul water is everywhere, making it impossible for me to find any real treasure here. Wait a minute, there's hidden treasure? Well, that's debatable. If even old Bartholos doesn't know where it is, maybe it never existed to begin with. Or maybe Bartholos from another space-time did it, and I accidentally downloaded their information? That would make Bartholos the teleslate. What an unexpected twist. What was it that Ancestor Zagreus used to say? The world is a stack of recurring destinies. Truth is often less fair than trickery. Would they really talk so cohesively like that? Maybe not. It's been so long. I can't remember things clearly anymore. But you're different, Traveler. You're different, Trailblazer. I won't forget such a fascinating name. Give me my stuff. Give me my 5 stellar jades that you tried to steal from me. But I didn't know it was a masochist. Very interesting indeed. The bones of Netherwing. Oh, Pollux, who died young. You were meant to unfurl your wings of bones and send the stench of death to the city-states. Yet now you rest in peaceful slumber, your bones covered in moss like a forgotten whale. Pollux, of course, is one of the twins in the constellation Gemini, Castor and Pollux. Investigates. Pins down the platform. Okay. No obvious mechanism can be found nearby. You're correct there. Oh, we got it right around. Haha, I didn't think we could do it. That was a smooth. Real smooth. It's right down the best.
Wow. This place is so spacious. Is this the kingdom's vault?
I get scared when I see these vertical structures.
Broken stairs, blocked paths. This place is gonna fall down soon. Do we need to enter that doorway to climb even higher? There seems to be a person. Oh, more like a soul guarding it.
But how should we get up there?
Well, it's really only
Sound lingers.
one way to do it.
Yeah. The path is blocked yet again.
Or is it?
Oryx's 8 always appears in times like this. How convenient. Look, there's even a platform lift over there.
See it. But we have to see what else is going down here. Okay, I'll break those open for me. Very important. Alright, let's put this back just in case we need it. Oh, we can no longer rewind. Interesting. Oh, we can't, huh? Alright, well, I'm sure we needed to do that for reasons that we'll figure out at some point. Oh, we can go up too. Okay. Let's check out some of these other areas real quick. Nothing there. Oh, I forget that you guys are not actually stone.
A few decorative designs wouldn't go amiss.
These be open in another space-time. Interesting. Well, that's our way in, actually, so... Alrighty. Okay, now we got another box here. All my soul? Is that what it said?
A chest of the past has been left behind, but none of its treasures remain inside.
Nice. Okay, we'll check real quick. Up the rune. Which means we're gonna go back. 'Cause I'm sure there's... No, we can't go that way! Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, take this way first. One of these. Alright, those ones always take me a lot longer because I have to really think them through, so we'll wait. And I'm almost certainly gonna forget about it. Oh, we can't hit that one from the space-time, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, what's down here then? Okay, oh wait. Oh, we're not gonna be able to do anything about this because it's gonna go away, isn't it? Oh, well, it's completely blocked too. Okay, so we need stuff. There was that treasure. Okay, perfect. So we can't get to that one right now. We can't do that yet because gotta go across.
Wait, what if the miracle suddenly loses its effect?
Mem, do you really want me to answer that?
Ha. Let's just say it would suck. Make sure there's no chest around here. Vault officer.
Yeah.
Always check your... Well, I was gonna say 6, but it's not really your 6 in this case. It's your 3 and your 9. Okay, that one must be how you get over. Gotcha. We gotta talk to this guy first, don't we? But he's alive in this one. Okay, I guess we gotta put him back first.
Don't come near me!
Why does he look so panicked? Did the black tide monsters frighten him? Or is he actually scared of his own extraordinary power?
Ah, these are the troubles that powerhouses like us face.
There's no need to be alarmed. We're just passing by the area. See? None of us look threatening.
Castorice, you really need to take a look. I mean, you very threatening. The galactic baseballer, the most threatening. And then there's Bem.
You have a point. Although, while this might once have been the royal vault, it's since been plundered empty. So please go away right this instant.
You've misunderstood us. We simply heard your shouts as we were passing by, then decided to come over to find out what happened.
My goodness. Did I really yell out loud? How rude of me. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I merely saw a warrior. While that spirit didn't harm me, his blows really packed a hefty punch.
A warrior? Could it be...
Mighty.
Wait a minute. You seem to be quite different from him. Are you actually alive? How can you walk around here while alive?
It's a long story. We're here to seek an audience with Thanatos.
Thanatos? Who's that?
Is it possible that he's also living in the era before death descended?
Death. Could it be that you are here to defeat the evil dragon Pollux?
Pollux? Is that the embodiment of No, death?
According to the warriors under the Centurion's command, that evil dragon has been dead for quite a while. The curse that condemns people to death didn't originate from it. But they saw a girl within the dragon's embrace, and she is the true Reaper.
Pray tell, where is that girl right now?
I've heard that the Queen spared no effort in bringing her back to the castle. Her Majesty intends to control all of Amphoreus with this unprecedented power. As for whether this rumor is true, well, no one knows.
You have my thanks for the invaluable insight that you've given us. Please, treat this touch as a token of my gratitude.
You... Are you... Thank you.
This is his...
Oh, we have another memory here.
Then you granted him death? That isn't like you. You would have refused, even if I commanded you to do so.
I don't know. I did it out of sympathy, believing that I wouldn't be racked with agony, but... I am still in a state of turmoil.
Sympathy? Sympathy for that youth who triumphed in every battle?
That young man was favored by Talantin, who taught him a move that will defeat any mortal enemy with a single blow and emerge victorious every time. He could rely on that move to always achieve victory during Era Chrysia. However, now that death has descended upon the mortal realm, that divine swordplay also means he can send others to death at will. In other words...
You feel that he's similar to you?
Kind of sounds like One Punch Man, except maybe one Slash Man?
Yes. Since he can never be inferior to others in martial combat, death would be the inevitable outcome every time he strikes. That's why he approached me and pleaded. Pleaded for me to put an end to all of this.
You are perhaps feeling lost from making your peace with death in so abrupt a manner.
I have not made peace with death. I've seen the people of Idonia stand tall and proud in the face of death. Even before the fated finale arrived, they were already content with the lives that they'd lived. They had such proud expressions. Expressions that made me believe death would be an insult to these mortals if the concept is truly a power that a god had carelessly cast down upon the world. Perhaps death's authority was never meant to exist in this world. Just like how I shouldn't exist.
I won't refute your beliefs for now, but would you be interested in listening to a story of mine? It's a fairy tale from foreign lands, told by the person who brought you to me in that ice field long ago. A tale told by the Queen of Styxia.
What? But wait a minute. That means the girl born in the dragon's embrace, the personification of death these souls talked about. That's you, Cass?
Well, actually her sister, but...
I've already had an inkling for a while now. But I honestly have no memories of Styxia. My memories only begin after Aminet brought me to Idonia.
Don't look back. Keep moving forward. Always.
And that's not.
It's yet another eulogistic butterfly. Are we getting closer to the nether realm?
That was not scary in the least. This isn't a place you can just waltz into with a ladder. Only warriors ruled by the queen may proceed. Said that such warriors can strike a giant single eye with a sling. Can you do that, Eep? Probably. Oh. Boom. Like that. There you go. Boom. Eep, since you've beaten me, I'll turn a blind eye this time. But remember, I'm a dedicated guard, Eep. So, where's everyone called, Eep? Okay. Sure. What have we here?
Shut up. Just shut up. Even if that girl is evil, there's no reason for you to absolve that monster. It was the both of them, who trapped us in this crevice between life and death.
Don't be scared. They haven't noticed us at all.
May not be talking about you, Cass. First things first. This is each other's job.
Be of some use. Yeah.
Where's it gonna go? Oh, it's gonna go up. Alright. Well, we can't do anything about that right this instant.
Oh, this is...
Another elevator up. Going up. We're going up too high.
Living ones?
Oh, we can go down there though. Yeah. Scared by the enemy, cannot interact. What? Kind of bullshit is that? You missed. Yeah, big jamoke. I got it there. Ha. Oh, I just outsmarted them. Of course. Of course I did. That's the right game. I outsmarted them. And call me the best. Oh, god damn it, another. I just beat the shit out of you, man. I just literally beat the shit out of you. Hey, behold, the great work of old Bartholos. This huge raw stone was pilfered from the bottomless depths of the sea. Then, to determine if it really held a crystal filled with magical power, the stone was lifted to the sky to split it open and peer inside. Stop it, you're no titan. So how much would that thing up there fetch? Stop playing games and give me the chest. Tisk, you're no fun at all, old buddy. Fine, I was just spinning a tale. This is the nether realm, after all. Worlds apart from the mortal realm. Who knows what those things in the sky actually are? Though I must admit the view is absolutely killer. Wait, did I just stumble into a deadly joke? Well, I suppose there won't be any living being left to tell the tale with this killer on the loose. Give me my shot. Thank you. Alright, let's go talk to this dude real quick. Probably gonna be going up.
Could you be the scions of Styxia? Did you hear about the great work that I'm doing here, and have thus arrived to give me the last material that I need for transmutation?
Great work?
Have you heard of the great name of Pollux, perchance?
The dragon. I've definitely heard that name many times today. Its pilot is probably right here.
You don't have to describe it like that, miss.
You have? Then that's good. During the Age of Myth, a time likely before your birth, I was the unsurpassed zenith of alchemy that none could reach. On the shoals of the River of Souls, I shall make Pollux soar again and bring death back to the world.
But didn't that dragon already bring death to the world?
Oh, looks like you don't know the whole picture.
Well, we don't, so I assume you're going to enlighten us.
Well, it's true that the missing girl can grant death to mortals. Pollux, the one who delivered her onto this world, makes it so that humankind cannot die.
So, it's just as I feared.
What did you figure out? You and that dragon, are you the two sides of the same coin?
This is my guess. The deceased are supposed to drift down the River of Souls until they reach the end of the West Winds. But this River of Souls was blocked by Pollux's fall.
That's right. That's why it's imperative that I bring the dragon back to the mortal realm and make it soar the skies again. I have long since prepared my alchemical matrix in the tower. Although, I am still missing the most crucial material of all.
Better not be anything weird.
That final ingredient, the final sacrifice, is none other than the girl who lives out her days with death.
That's something weird.
Huh? What's going on? You didn't touch him, did you?
I know that I am no longer capable of carrying out that task. Take this, all of you, and please fulfill that great undertaking on my behalf.
This...
We had been inebriated in Fagusa's feast too long before we began to seek divine bestowed death, so that we could be freed from the whims of fate. However, that brought doom upon us. Instead of summoning a supreme god, we encountered a monster that cut off the River of Souls. That detestable dragon Pollux denied all the dead from the gates of the Nether Realm. Unable to rest in peace, these departed spirits engulfed Styxia like a roaring tide. As a result, my city and its people no longer exist. That child is the only person whom I managed to save. Born within the evil dragon's abdomen, she has possessed the talent of death since her birth. She must have been granted to us by the gods as a chance for us to atone for our sins. Please, you must nurture her to adulthood and prevent her from experiencing all of the suffering that we went through.
I promise that I will care for her as a mother, that I will protect her from the evils of death.
My Fagusa above, thank you for your kindness. As her mother, please bless this child with a name. Before I am swept away by the River of Souls, please, let me know how I should address her in my next life.
Oh. Like how a transient raven butterfly, a fleeting papilio castor, perches on the twig of death. Castorice. That shall be her name.
my name comes from?
A massive roar in the distance.
The sound's back. What is making that ruckus?
Living ones, don't waste your time bickering. The Netherrealm's wrath is falling upon you.
Black Tide creations. When did they... Miss, please fight them with caution.
I don't want to fight them though.
Be careful not to suffer the same fate as those Black Tide creatures.
Everyone, hide behind me!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Actually, if I was smart, I would have
I always deliver.
given that turn first.
Elegance.
Stand still.
Immerse yourself in it. Time to cleanse the filth.
Walk.
Bending the rules.
And boom. Boom. And boom. Nice. Oh, just a more? Oh, there's... This is... Alright. That sucks.
Relax.
There's another battle after this too.
Well, you, I suppose.
No.
Say bye to breathing.
Oh, I thought that would finish that one off. Boom.
Time for a lesson.
Okay, it did a little bit, but we need her to do all the damage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Stand still. There's no backing out now. For me.
We'll drop it in and start it that way.
There's more to life.
Who's the little backstabber?
May as well kill them all.
Be of your body and mind.
Oh, I thought that dude would die.
Not bad.
Oh,
Existence is unity.
Lose some, win some. Don't let me down.
Allow me to purge the root.
Relax.
unless he pulls some more adds into this.
Stand still.
May the foul stench dissipate. Yeah.
Yeah. Just die. Boom, boom. Nice.
Relax.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
Yeah, we're working on it. And boom. That should do it. Perfect. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's more. Oh, God, there's two of them now. Fuck.
There's no backing out now. For me or you.
For the feast of strife. On their triumphant return.
Of course, as soon as I use my ultimate, Mighty shows up.
You?
Lord Mighty?
I missed you so much that it almost killed me. Pun unintended. You're adventuring the rivers, obviously this one.
Lord Mighty. You've been through some tough battles once again.
That black tide is endless. My death is only temporary. I will find my path of return and go back to the world of the living and continue my protection.
Lord Mighty, I have always wanted to... Why does death reject you?
I'm the one resisting it. I must resist the temptation to go with the flow. go against the current and kill my way out of this cursed nether realm. That is my destiny.
He seems to be stuttering. Is this really the Proud Mighty?
It seems like he's completely focused on resisting the temptation of the dead's whispers. He's working hard every minute to deny death. It seems his battlefield is not limited to the world of the living. Lord Mighty, are you willing to travel with us? We're headed for the Matrix inside that tower, to summon Thanatos from their prolonged concealment.
Thanatos. Challenge. Death.
That's right. If we can work together and defeat them, you won't have to be troubled by the curse of immortality any longer.
Let's go together, Castorice. Let the person who has brushed against death countless times guide your way.
Cass, are you sure you want to do this? The alchemist said he wanted you to be a sacrifice.
I'm not afraid. There's no reason for us to turn back anymore. Rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
And just hearing him say her name really drove home that, you know, the dragon is Pollux, but she's Castorice, which, as I mentioned, was the other twin in the constellation Gemini. Enter the hidden passage. Oh, goddamn. Somewhere.
A simple solution. That's all it takes.
Fragmented alchemy notes, okay. The ruins of the ancient city. The feast has long ended, the songs long silenced. The evening bell tolls, and the drowned still drift, their faces mirrored in the stars above. Before you are rusted and broken chains, remnants of a path that once led to the tower.
This is going to be difficult.
Didn't Castrum Criminals also have this? Why did we jump over?
Please calm down. If you were to fall into the icy cold river of souls, I'm afraid that you really would die here.
If I was more powerful, I would be able to carry one person with each limb and fly the four of us to the other side. The Rune of Recollection is here, but I can't find the miracle orb anywhere. So weird. Oh, could it be in that collapsed tower in the distance?
Looks like it's your time to shine. 1 minute of Mem being useful comes from 1,000 days of training, Mem.
That sounds so weird. Forget it. Just leave it to me.
Hilarious. Alright. Okay, Mem.
Just shout for me when you need my help.
Go, Mem.
Got it. Just leave it to me.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Mem did it.
Yep.
The pink squirrel is very smart.
Ha.
Why am I a squirrel now?
The miracle's range is limited. Please come a little closer.
Twin moons embrace.
Aren't I a good fit for Orynyx's priest?
Of course. You're the most competent priest ever.
No lies told.
The alchemical matrix should be behind this door.
Oh, Treeby.
Is that...
Or actually, that would be Trian. Yeah, there'll be a meeting in a minute. First up. Pleased to meet you, Turbo Guy. Do you see that alchemic matrix? It's said to contain immense magical power. You have to recite the spell correctly to activate it. One is all, and all is one. Behold, Eep. Nothing, though. Maybe the preparations aren't complete yet. Alright.
Wow, there are so many of you! It's little Cass and little Gray. Oh, there's also little D and the big puppy! Trian? Aren't you...
Trian and Mighty. I get it now.
Get what? I'm getting even more confused.
This is the first time I've encountered a deceased friend while going upstream in the River of Souls.
It really works like this. Just like the other departed spirits we've encountered along the way. I'm also unable to sense the aura of the living on Lady Trian.
Yup, you're right. Trian already knows that she'll not be able to return to everyone's side. But Trian believed that little Cass would eventually return to the Netherrealm. So, Trian has been standing here, at this spot closest to the world of the living, and waiting for little Cass.
Smart.
Oh, it must have been very tough for you.
But according to what Trian said, we're almost at the entrance of the Netherrealm. Trian promised Treeby and Trinan that when little Cass got here, Trian would get the gift ready and be the first person to run over and welcome you. So, little Cass, don't cry. Please, accept this. We finally finished it.
Hey, look, Danhong. We're in the corner. All the Treebies, the Galaya, Mighty and Finan next to each other, and Cypher, Icing, Anaxa. That's all the ones that we know. I'm surprised there's not any like hints of some others.
This is what Lady Treeby once mentioned. The gift for me that you didn't manage to finish.
The Holy Maiden of Janus. Even when separated by life and death, their thoughts are still connected.
Trian spent a lot of time drawing this. Trian hopes that little Cass likes it.
Seriously? It's seriously a wonderful drawing. Lady Trian.
This is our flame chase journey.
Little Cass, we don't know what your journey was like before. Treeby has always said that it must have been a very harsh and frightening journey. But little Cass no longer has anything to fear now, because everyone is here with you in this flame chase journey.
Actually, it kind of looks like a Nexus got a gun. Either that or a vibrator. A black vibrator it could be.
That's right. Only now, when I see Lady Trian's gift, do I realize that I've already obtained so many things I would never have dared to dream of since I embarked on the flame chase journey. It's the first time I've gained so many companions. The first time I picked up the hobbies of crafting and photography. The first time I had dinner with someone else. The first time I went to the market to buy the Chimera doll I'd liked for a very long time. and hugged it to sleep. The first time I wore a dress personally made by Lady Aglaia. The first time I went for a walk with Lady Treeby, Lady Trianne, and Lady Trinan. The first time I enjoyed the night breeze and looked up at the stars with Miss Hyacinth. The first time I took care of Dromesis with the Trailblazer. Looking back at all these experiences I never thought were possible, it feels as though the scales of my life had shrunk from centuries and decades down to minutes and seconds. And all of them are so precious. I took countless photos in the past, but they're all black and white landscapes. I don't have a single one with friends. If I had known, I would have taken more pictures.
Then shall we take one now?
Trianne says yes! Trianne likes little Cass and would love to take a picture with little Cass.
Sadly, being departed souls, our images cannot be captured in the world of the living.
I thought so too.
What? Are we seriously going to leave any room for regret?
There won't be any regrets. This vivid drawing surpasses any photograph from the world of the living.
Little Cass smiled. Treeby, Trinan, and Trianne's wishes finally come true!
He's actually smiled a couple times.
I remember you once said that fate is not the flowers that bloom at the end of the road,
Hey, look, it's Cypher.
but where people tread beyond the gate. Now, the path that belongs to me is about to reach the end. Thank you for bringing me the final key.
Key? Little Cass, why are you talking in riddles all of a sudden?
I have a feeling that soon, this gift of yours will become the key to saving Mrs. Life.
And hey, now we can see her in the background.
Wow, that's amazing! Then keep smiling and carry on bravely! Little Cass, Little Gray, everyone, see you tomorrow!
With a blinding smile, Trianne's golden form disappears in the thin fog of Styxia's moonlit night.
Lady Trianne.
The aura of this place. We have indeed reached the end of the stream of souls. If I go any further, I might lose myself. I must leave now, for the black tide still wreaks havoc in the realm of the living.
Can you find your way out? Don't you want to know the truth behind Thanatos? Probably not.
I seek not to enter the door to the nether realm. Castorice, will you fulfill your duty for the flame chase?
I have yet to make my decision, Lord Mighty.
No matter. Make the choice your heart desires. Even if it takes 1,000 years of waiting, I will continue to fight till I die, then rise from death till the miracle descends.
There is one more thing you should know, Lord Mighty.
What is it?
Professor Anaxa may have deduced the principles behind the Era Nova. You and I may be reincarnated as strife and death in the next cycle, becoming calamities wreaking havoc upon the world.
I see.
Is that all? Are you going to accept such a fate without complaints?
It's like she doesn't know him at all.
Do you have a strategy to shatter the shackles of our fate?
I haven't found it yet. Perhaps I never will.
Then, cease wasting your thoughts on futile matters. Control what little you can. And when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will.
Thank you, Lord Mighty. I will find the right decision.
In the name of strife, may you meet a fitting end.
This must be the alchemical matrix the spirit mentioned. Let's see. We need to insert Aquila's sky, Georios' earth, Kefali's fire, Fagusa's ocean, and Nestia's love.
It's the fifth element. It's the fifth element. I ain't got no fire.
It seems our sweet Princess Homebody has made up her mind. In that case, seamstress, I suppose I no longer need to deliver your message. My time is rather precious after all.
Whether you wish to break free from death or not, please, follow your heart. By the promise you once made, I ask that you fulfill your duty one final time. Castorice, please, live as a human, and die as one.
According to that alchemist, the final piece is supposed to be me. However, he is not privy to the past, and therefore cannot see the full picture.
The past?
I saw the twins of death in Kefali's memory, and now I am certain that I was one of them. The trial of the Hand of Shadow demanded taking the life of your family. I died during that trial, falling before the gate to the new world. And my sister, whom I never met, became the Titan Thanatos of this cycle.
Yep.
She was consumed with regret over my death, so she used the Titan's authority to reforge my soul. Yet, it also means she has never revealed herself to anyone, hidden away from the entire world. That's because the Titan she became already fell at the start of everything. They died for me, and now lie in slumber in the River of Souls.
You mean Pollux?
That's right. The River of Souls is no material river. It cannot be blocked by ordinary means. Only a divine corpse can prevent the dead from reaching the next world. And that's why we have to awaken Pollux from death before we can retrieve the core flame of death. We have to reforge its body with the power of alchemy.
But Cass, if that alchemist speaks the truth, Does that mean you're also part of the dragon body?
According to those departed spirits, I was indeed born as the dragon's twin. But before we talk about that, have you heard the sighs?
Yes. I did when I was collecting the souls. You sighed many times on the way here.
No, not from me. The sounds that come from the memories when we were collecting the souls.
Ah, I heard them too. So what are those?
I think it's probably the sign of Pollux's wish being fulfilled. They must have realized how heavy a price they'd need to pay when they used their divine authority to resurrect a dead woman. That's why they exerted every ounce of their strength to send me to Styxia, a city that called for death, a land where none is hostile to death. They never saw their wish fulfilled and fell so prematurely, all because they wanted to give me a new life. Pollux must really want to know how their sister has been after giving their all to save her. That wish is the reason Pollux's soul still lingers in the mortal realm even after their fall, quietly watching and documenting every detail of their sister's life.
Ah, so instead of picking up objects on the way here,
we were instead showing things to a strand of yearning that lingers here. Now, we must weave these yearnings together and restore them into Pollux's complete soul.
but all of this is just a hypothesis, right? What if we go through with the ritual and it turns out totally different?
That would be a twist.
That's fine. As Professor Anaxa often reminds us, such is the nature of alchemy. The true outcome can only be known once the process is complete. This is why alchemy is also known as the miracle of creation. Now, the puzzle of Pollux's yearnings is nearly complete, with only one final piece remaining. I shall reveal what they have been yearning to know in the alchemical matrix. I will show them my whole life since I left Styxia. Lady Trianne has already drawn a picture of my entire life, and it is now in my hands.
And it's a happy memory too, which is what she wants to show to her sister.
Then, let the ritual begin. And now, the objective is complete. That is all. Such is what Professor Anaxa always says after preparing for an alchemical ritual. And now, Pollux, I shall lift you from the river of souls and reforge your soul. Perhaps you will be disturbed by this, and your body may become horrifying to behold. But if even the slightest trace of your soul remains, the soul that once ferried me to this side of the shore, then please, look at me. I wish to thank you in person. I have obtained everything you sacrificed your divinity for. Lady Almanette.
Did she recognize you? Oh, she must be the first soul we can communicate with here, right?
I'm afraid she is just another spirit trapped here, like the rest of them. The only difference is that I was there when she died. Please, go on. I'm listening. Are you about to tell the story of Styxia?
Yes. You're just as smart as I imagined, but... never mind. Now's not the time.
There's no need to worry, Elder. Take a look around you. You're already at the resting place of the dead.
The world of the dead. But how?
I understand that you chose to remain silent about the story to protect Castorice, the girl who coexists with death. But you no longer need to hide that story. I can assure you that you have protected that girl's life well.
Oh. Well, in that case, let me begin. Styxia, the pearl of the ocean, plagued by unwarranted calamity and ravaged by death in the fairy tale. It was the first city-state to shift their faith towards death, even before Idonia did. From where you stand now, I suppose that's a bit hard to believe. Right?
Indeed. I cannot imagine that those from the Era Chrysia, blessed with eternal life, could ever yearn for death.
I have pondered the same question, child. But I am afraid there is no clear answer to it.
Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. That's how someone once explained to me why death is necessary to the world. But I still can't take that as the final answer. Would a world without journeys and epics be worse off?
I take it the one who spoke this line was a general, or perhaps a warrior. I, however, did find some inspiration in these words. Would you like to hear my thoughts, Castorice?
Please enlighten me, Lady Amunet. Though I have already made up my mind on how to handle the authority and core flame of death. Your words might truly guide me toward the path forward.
You and I are neither warriors nor generals. Therefore, journeys and epics cannot truly resonate with us. But what if I reframe it like this? What if love is not a trait bestowed upon mortals by Nestia, but a blessing from death?
This is a philosophical question and a half.
Love.
No one ever invented the word cherish in the era when life was eternal. For all the good things in the world can be revisited endlessly. And every bond formed carried no risk of being severed.
Well, that's not true. I mean, normal relationships come and go. So I imagine that happened more than once. Even though people were technically immortal.
The so-called Era Chrysia was an age devoid of both virtue and sin. People did not truly live. They simply existed, going through the motions without passion or purpose, then waiting for something to happen. Perhaps the people of Styxia chose to embrace death not out of fascination with its cruel and fearsome side, but instead became fixated and obsessed with the impulses and desires tied to a finite existence.
Therefore, death is not a thing of fear and desperation, but...
That's right, Castorice. It is the reason we shed tears when parting ways, and also the original spark that ignited the passion of mortals. If you truly intend to deprive the world of death, then be prepared to witness it return to a state of stagnation.
I understand, Lady Amunet. Our limited lifespan shapes all that we know and love. Not even the Death Titan has the right to take that away from humankind again.
And this is something that the picture actually helped her realize too. You can kind of feel that during that conversation with Trianne. She got it, and she really got emotional, and then reflected that, you know, this is bringing up all the memories that I had as I approach, as she approaches her final hours, as she said. So she started to understand at that moment that the ending of death, basically what Amina was saying, that it is because of death that we have all that passion and memories and all of that.
Nestia's love was the chrysalis of gold's first blessing, but it most likely wasn't understood by mankind. We only learned to interpret this wonderful gift after Thanatos' arrival. If the world was bereft of death, then the Queen of Styxia wouldn't have played midwife in delivering me into this world. You wouldn't have welcomed me into Idonia, and Aglaya would never have invited me to join the Flame Chase journey. None of these stories would ever have happened, and I would never have lived, let alone found happiness.
Yep.
Thank you, Mother.
Oh, with an embrace instead of just a touch.
I will use all the love I've experienced in this long life to complete the final miracle. My teacher, Anaxagoras, grant me the wisdom of all things. I call upon thee, the stripped dead dragon's corpse. Rises from the earth, falls from the sky. As above, so below. This is the greatest power of all powers. Unstoppable in this world. The great work that commands all death. I shall grant you embrace.
All right. Here we go.
Oh look, a VIP has dropped by.
Yeah.
I always make good on my promises.
There's more to life.
I don't need to slow us down here, bro. All right, let's
All will be swept away by the wind. Eternal.
do this. When an ally's target's HP is reduced, it accumulates Desperate Bubble. Upon reaching the limits, remove damage mitigation and enter the enhanced state. Okay.
Is the girl who once saved my life truly gone? Or will you show yourself again once we eradicate this hatred and regret?
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Okay, maybe that's not what we need to do there. Oh.
And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid.
Stand still. Lose some, win some. Bending the rules.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Be of your body and mind.
Trying to decide whether this is actually a scripted loss or we can actually win this. When you get sent down to 1 HP, it's kind of
Time to cleanse the filth.
Difficult to say which way we need to go with this.
Give an inch and they'll bending the rules.
Okay.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Yeah.
Stand still. There's more to life. Eternal.
Alright, so I decided not to fully heal there. I think we're waiting for... they're not hitting that hard, are they?
Enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Lose some,
To
win.
see if there is
I always deliver.
another kind of like trick to this or not. Seems like we should be able to actually fight through this.
For me or you.
Okay, that got us some stuff. Okay. Okay. Phase
There's
2.
no more need to weep in grief. I will grant you peace.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh, the double.
I'm back.
We didn't need the double there, but doubled it. Okay, this is where we're gonna get sucked down to 1, but
They may be
okay.
moving by instinct, but there is fury welling up within them.
Time to cleanse the filth.
May as well kill them all. Stand still.
That breaks that. I'm not sure if I needed to break that for sure, but
May the foul stench dissipate quickly. Be of your body and mind.
Bending the
we
rules.
got healing all over the place. I think we have a healer. I don't know what would happen if we didn't have a healer.
Time for a lesson.
Say bye to breathing.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
What's that doing? After death, there would be no eternal sleep. Okay, we got an achievement for I guess for taking it.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Okay, well, we missed out a little bit there.
May as well kill them all.
It's fine. We'll live.
Enjoying yourself. Get it together. Some value, I suppose.
I don't think I need to hit.
Every
Can't
petal
with the
all
most
will be
special here.
swept away by the wind. There's no backing up now. For me or you.
Oh, boom. Okay, well that works.
Don't turn back to the nether realm.
Oh, death. Sleep in peace. I'm sorry I have to wake you up from ancient death. And I know you're anxious. Shh. Don't be afraid. Do you remember me? I'm the girl you once carried across the Sea of Souls. I'm sorry I wasn't able to remember you, but with the help of many people, I was finally able to pick up these broken fragments of my past. I'm back, Pollux. I know this might not be what you wanted. But I have to do this. So please, carry me across the Sea of Souls again and return me to the Netherrealm, just like you did in the past. Please take me to where the core flame of death rests. I'll be going now.
Great, let's go. We won't have to go into an egg, right?
They may look scary, but as long
Uh-oh. What's happening?
What's wrong?
I feel dizzy. Think I'm done for. Not quite, but...
Are you...
What's wrong with her?
Her time is almost up. If I don't go now, I'm afraid her soul will return to Thanatos' embrace before me.
What? Oh no! Is there anything we can do?
Don't worry. I promised I would ask Thanatos for the Trailblazers' right to roam the Earth again. Mem, stay here and keep a close watch until I return, all right?
All right. I'm the best at taking care of others. Go on, Cass. Make sure not to leave yourself with any regrets.
No regrets. Take your time, I can still hold out. I'll go too. Let's see who gets to the Netherrealm first.
That's not funny.
Kinda is.
It's a deal then.
Oh, we're gonna race. Alright. It's a new minigame, I'm guessing.
Please. Wait for me.
Oh, you sit in your little dinghy, eager to hear my song and follow closely behind. Please turn back, return to the homeland you know so well. Venture not with me into the vast sea, for perhaps without seeing me, you will lose your way in the ocean. The ocean that I missed the last bit of it.
You still ended up back here.
So the legends were true. The Netherrealm really is a sea of flowers.
Yes. Just like the flower fields we tended to back then.
Is that you, Styxia?
Do you remember me?
I don't have the memories from that time, but I've seen you before during an experiment.
I see.
But she still has her badass wheelchair here too.
Call me Thanatos, then. It'll be easier. However, since you recognize the name, you must already know everything about Thanatos, right?
Yes. I'm here to reforge the order of life and death in Amphoreus.
You know, My sister was a sympathetic, but rather sensitive person. Whenever she didn't want to say what was on her mind, she would avoid eye contact and look off into the distance. Just like what you are doing now.
Can you tell me about the last Era Nova? What did you do, Styxia?
Where should I begin? I suppose we can start from the beginning. A long, long time ago, there were a pair of like-minded twins. As foretold in the prophecy, they were chosen to be successors to the god of death. But fate was cruel. The price of attaining divinity was to take the life of a family member with our own hands.
That trial was indeed recorded in that memory.
Then you should already know that my sister voluntarily gave up her own life, so that I could ascend as the demigod of death. But I couldn't accept that. Why did we have to kill each other for a future she'd never see herself? That's not fair. So, while weaving the laws of the new world, I shattered the forbidden bottom line for life and death. I reshaped my sister's soul and took the form of the great dragon Pollux to carry her up the River of Souls and back into the mortal realm. But our fates were already decided and manifested in unexpected ways in response to my futile actions. Aging is an unbreakable law of nature laid upon humankind, created at the same time as death. When the living die, their souls will meet Thanatos, who would determine where every soul goes. If the Reaper raises their left hand, the soul is granted death and allowed to enter the Netherrealm to await reincarnation. If they raise their right hand, the soul is rejected by the Netherrealm and returned to the mortal realm to continue walking the earth.
That's why the Hand of Shadow can only lay down judgment and not embrace another being.
So she always used the same hand, right? What if she used her other hand? What would that have done? I don't think we ever quite know. Or do we... Maybe that's what she used in the very first bit with the Trailblazer and putting her to sleep kind of deal? Maybe she does know about the difference?
Yes. Death was originally a pair of hands, but they were split in twain when we reached the mortal realm, never to touch each other ever again. The half of Thanatos that represents life, the undying human who grants death, that was the curse I forced upon you.
Then, what about you?
As the half of Thanatos representing death, I shoulder the fate of defying death. I died the moment I entered the world of the living. From then on, my Titan also no longer existed in this world. The cycle of life and death stopped. Souls were denied their audience with death, and were left stranded within an ever-rising river of the dead.
So this Titan's been dead then for a very long time.
What irony. my selfish desire to save your life gave you and the world a fate far worse than death instead.
But that's not surprising. That's the way things always go when you defy death.
Then, what was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring in endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we arrived at the same destination. We walked different paths, yet experienced the same pain.
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste. As far as I'm concerned, you did nothing wrong.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. I was once lost, even upset. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, the only thing death is allowed to create are flowers that bloom from blood and tears. That's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together, haven't we? I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw this seemingly endless fate to a close.
Like, I would assume that this is timed correctly, but never know.
It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day as desperate spirits are denied by this lonely wasteland. I always hoped I would see you among them, but I was also afraid of seeing you. I didn't know how I could possibly face you again, but more than anything, I was afraid that you might have forgotten all about me.
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands anyway. So, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together, and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Styxia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the Chrysos heir of death, as their demigod, as a titan, our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before. But unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. As long as you're here with me. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life. Like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the netherrealm, perching on the twig of death.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the Netherrealm. The River of Souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. The sea of flowers you sowed shall bear countless joyous or sorrowful souls, and bloom evermore.
Thank you. Just one last thing. Can you grant me one wish?
They're gonna be in an embrace.
Of course. What is it?
Please, don't forget me.
I promise you. When we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Castorice. Castorice. You're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
At the same time, in Akama, right, I have to get him for a second here before we get into this. But a lot to digest here, so let's take a minute. That was a really emotional ending, or interlude there between the two sisters. Yeah, it's very emotional. But like I said, a lot of it like was set up from previous things, as I've said in the previous episode. No, not actually 2 episodes ago, I guess. Story's been well done in that the layers, each of the layers of it have been set up so nothing is coming out of left field. There's no like twists to it that you couldn't foresee if you were really looking at things, which is really the hallmarks of a well done story, at least a well constructed story. You never want to feel like a twist comes from out of nowhere, like you couldn't, like there weren't any kinds of signs. Now sometimes you get those kinds of twists where things are well hidden and you would have to go back and read things, like reread or re-see things in order to contemplate and understand some of those things, like you wouldn't have the knowledge beforehand. In this though, it's can't really be that complicated for a casual audience, but the structure at least is at least touching at that complexity to give you a chance to really feel like you are able to follow along, but still have an air of mystery. I want to say it's like predictable, but because you just never know, especially with all that's come before in Star Rail, you just don't know when something might change on a dime, which is why this more simple-esque story is effective, is because you still have in the back of your mind, okay, it's the Star Rail developers here, they're the Star Rail writers, they come up with some crazy ass shit sometimes, so it could be there could be something coming, even though it seems to be, you know, I seem to be following it, but yeah. But yeah, I still think, you know, even though it's, again, I don't want, like I said, I don't want to say simple because it's not predictable. It's not even like, just constructed well enough to follow, to be able to predict. I think it's been effective. I think it's really effective because of that. All right, so let's see what's going on here.
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already at hand. When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your fear of crowds holding you back again?
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be an utter waste of my time.
Such harsh words. As I see it, you are no less arrogant than they are.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect to hear that from you. Are you not going to refute me?
No, he well knows his arrogance.
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least, better than a stowaway like you.
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped the last time?
You were saying that Amphoreus' history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end. Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history.
I thought this was known, because I know they hinted at it, or at least did they outright say it in the early stages that it was cyclical, or they might have hinted at it as we were going through some of the earliest lore of the area. But I thought it was pretty clear that it was cyclical, like the whole time. But maybe it was just clear to us and not to the Amphoreans.
For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. Proving that we are the legacies of heroes of the past is a hopeless endeavor. That is, until I met a girl named Styxia and her sister. If Castorice was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest error in your hypothesis, the girl will be shattered.
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. If you are overly cautious, then you'll never have the gumption to make the first step, and change will never come. Besides, I, an Exagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
Right. Dream bubble and slumber. What's that mean? Oh, this is from that fight. That doesn't help me. But as I said too in the, not last episode, but 2 episodes ago, I think his whole reason in the story is to break the cycle, and that's what's going to bring Amphoreus back into the realm of of the known universe, our universe, whatever. But at least that's what it seems to me. But like I said, I'm pretty sure they even said there's been like 13 cycles or something.
Fine. So they are leaving the final debate to him.
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people!
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself as her pawn all this time? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about. You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
All right. Lord Anaxa, you're finally here. The last speaker for the assembly will be taking the stage soon. The resolution will be passed after that. Lady Kindness has reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show it to you? Yep. All right, this way, please.
I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. The way you say it. I'm a little nervous. Thank you.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. As the Theoros, I present to you Finan of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of Akima, and the last speaker of the assembly.
Much obliged, Lord Lycus.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad working for Aglaya.
Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this guy to give the last speech? Is this really the end of the Flame Chase journey?
Can this dude really face down Kindness?
Can this dude?
I actually don't necessarily mind things remaining the way they are. The way you say
By Kefali above. Dear citizens of Akima, as you look upon me, so too do I see you. I see your fear and misgivings, your apprehension about the discord between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, and your uneasiness about the future of the Holy City. Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look closer. Look beyond the horizon illuminated by Kefali, at the crisis threatening to overwhelm us.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. I once thought that there I would enjoy a lifetime of peace and quiet with my friends and family. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't, because she and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters. They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Fina? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akuma away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akuma's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
Damn.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows. Not once has she ever failed Akuma. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but Hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods, whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear. For Aglaya, Tribios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
Absolutely right. This race of heirs have only our best interests in mind. I still don't understand it. We never believe our proceedings are always have to end. So,
In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Akama throw pieces of pottery into the Dolium.
At the present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
Is there anyone else who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world.
Right. The interesting thing about this is that I am curious as to whether it really actually matters.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphoreus, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interest of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
He's waiting for something.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
The funny thing is, it's like the least convincing thing for her to do to this man.
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
This is a teacher's mentor, isn't it?
Teacher?
Yeah, well, there you go.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, may we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone! Behold, Circes. Here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorice.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else!
Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. By carefully and to Lenten above, as the Theoros, I have observed.
No! Lygus, you can't! Nexa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that clever head of yours never forgets the price of betrayal.
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance, just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides. Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and respect the decision of this assembly. I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue the flame chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more, if you will. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has an announcement for the assembly.
What is this performer up to now?
Absolute flame chase journey. What do you think he'll continue? I don't know.
So apropos.
It never ends.
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphoreus. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome. Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution. Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kefali's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense! That's impossible! What is he getting at? Of course he...
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes, you. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
It's just like picking on some hecklers.
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, Finan, answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway.
Like everyone's pissed.
But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday, and the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the World-Bearer. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is your blasphemy!
It's impossible! What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you, even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even kindness has betrayed Akuma.
Okay, that's a little twist I wasn't expecting. Pretty funny.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
Yes, he is.
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people.
You...
Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear.
How is this permitted? Somebody do something. This is how we're supposed to go.
Everything's coming up Aglaya.
Elders and citizens, silence, if you please. Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kainis of Akima and Ligus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
Yes! That's what we deserve! Agreed!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Oh, this is gonna keep going? Oh.
Professor.
All according to plan. Wait. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan.
Let him die! 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 Let him
Oh, didn't. That was my bad.
Let him die!
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die! Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Fanatic cheering. My god. Hilarious. And we're back. Oh. Sea of flowers? What is this place?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castorice while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
It's a beautiful place. Ma, I made it. My character arc is finally done.
You're still as energetic as always. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos himself. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, there's no time left for Amphoreus to wait for when the flowers bloom again. Now, death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
Do you have my word that you're not going back? But at what cost?
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey. And for your life, the only life I can save.
I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
What? Keep moving forward and don't look back. Keep going, the express is right here with you.
I believe in you.
Oh, okay. But what if we don't? I mean, there's nowhere for us to go. Listen, just keep moving. One day our paths will cross again.
Embrace awaits you. Lift your chin up high and step forward with us toward tomorrow.
Oh, I was gonna say, where's Kafka at? We walked by. Okay, there she is.
Look back for me. Death is such a grace awaits you.
I wanted to go back and see the... No, stop it. I wanted to see the bitch because I can't see it. I didn't get a good look at it. I missed it as I walked by. That's all. I just wanted to see it. They get mad at me. My God.
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Didn't see the Kafka one. I'm so upset.
Onward. Show me your courage.
See, I almost missed that one too. Now that I know that they're all over the place, now I'm actually looking.
Partner, we shall become heroes together.
Why couldn't Kafka be now when I'm actually prepared? Finally. Thank you, Castorice. since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at that sea of flowers. Don't turn around. Keep looking forward. Don't turn around. Keep looking forward. I guess we have to keep looking forward. Hey, attack her on. Fear not, as a touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you'll eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul, your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain. Over here, friend!
Ma'am!
Take my hand! Let's go home.
Hello again, portal realm. Oh, I thought for a second I got it. Like, goodbye, Nether Realm, or hello again, Nether Realm. Goodbye, Nether Realm. Let the trailblazing continue. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it. Your soul is still perfectly whole, as if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own? It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the laws from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a fine rain that nourishes the world. Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves. The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold.
She's back already?
May I borrow your warmth? One last time.
Ooh, oh.
Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived.
Aw.
Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
Presently in Akama.
That grand and absurd performance was what you've been seeking your whole life?
I gave up everything in search of truth, and it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That sounded so dirty.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Thainan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Era Nova.
Oh man, man cannot get by without insulting someone. I love it.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
We have the core flame of death now.
I'm gladdened,
Oh, god damn it!
but I don't see Castorice among your number.
I was gonna go and talk to the ones that's standing there. I didn't expect that. I would have waited. And she didn't start talking till I was halfway, most of the way there. God damn.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She finally understood her origins and completed her trial. I believe she'll always be at our side.
I agree.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Trinan, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding core flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Let the ceremony begin.
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, Trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Surrender the core flame. Goodbye, Castorice. Okay.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look, it's...
Yay. And she's laughing. Is that Castorice?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Castorice... No. The Titan.
She's already gone past demigodhood to full-on godhood?
They said... I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal. Do not forget.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present. So, let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan. So, carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver. And especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Most importantly.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Salute him in the same way. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future. Ah, Circes. Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity, and you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
How should I know?
Oh my.
But since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Circes.
Oh, that's a great shot.
I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul!
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Thankfully, she's still alive.
Oh, now we're all the way back here.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at that time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that there's a species of fish in Vanwak that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurred in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen?
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there is one thing that I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphoreus, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense. I am merely speculating. But I'd appreciate your honesty, if possible.
In other words, now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphoreus holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
1 second. Perfect example?
A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphoreus first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
So, the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to the Star Zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people?
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the garden's internal conflicts.
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the power of Emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
Could they be the one who hijacked March 7th's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so.
Huh.
I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th. But the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphoreus is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Has something changed?
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphoreus.
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphoreus has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
Yes.
It's hard to explain.
No, it's not. Yes.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphoreus, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphoreus?
Well, that would just... Ooh, I can't even imagine.
You're planning to head to Amphoreus yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herda mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room.
Oh, interesting. Oh god, the thing just got complicated.
But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Come on, Sunday.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates. Then, sit back and enjoy the show.
Welt shares the Astral Express's coordinates with the Herda.
All right, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
All right. Wasn't going to, but now I'm curious.
First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herda. The preparations are complete. I wish you a pleasant journey ahead.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoreus celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Oh, okay. I won't fail the mission, Madam Herda.
Just noticing the shadows.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm happy to help, Madam Herda. What kind of appearance are you planning to use this time?
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
Well...
As you wish.
Oh. Prepare for the war. What happens if I go to fourth mirror?
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Ah, standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Fourth mirror is pretty funny.
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to activate spatial warp. Destination, unknown celestial body, Amphoreus. Spatial warp countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphoreus? Its appearance is, well, sure is unique. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright, please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight! Is this the entrance to Amphoreus?
Interesting, because we don't see any constellations. She doesn't. So I wonder, does that mean... Oh, the Flame Reaver. Very interesting.
Let's see. Perhaps I'll be able to find a way in.
Oh, to get the bow. What are you aiming at?
What's this? A statue? It's ugly. I don't like it.
There's Dan Hong and us.
Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herda to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives. What's this? Oh, how creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of. Now then, how am I going to get into Amphoreus?
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Interesting.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in place to receive you with the hospitality that some of your status deserves.
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. But if you just need a form of address, you can use my common alias, Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more information. However, standards are always flexible. While not violating the ultimate agreement, I'm able to disclose this piece of information. As you thought, this is the entrance to Amphoreus. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphoreus is not a world that you should be involved with, regardless of what kind of magnificent achievements you have accomplished. This place will not open its doors so easily.
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as a watcher, it seems like my assessment of human nature still remains accurate. From you, I'm able to sense a beautiful desire for knowledge. But my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost goodwill that I suggest you return to where you came from.
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Lygus. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains at my disposal to convince you. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3 to attain the results that I desire.
Oh? I'm all ears.
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphoreus is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able to help you enter.
So far, not convincing.
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to previously, to force me into cooperating by showing hostility. Do know that, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor, and assure you that, in the worst-case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
That was intriguing.
Oh. No wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain?
Absolutely.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all your means and find a way to break through, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. You think that you can actually understand me through your paltry calculations? But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphoreus. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways, you will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Interesting. 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 Alright, so nameless recollection. She sank into a sea of flowers for karma, and he turned to ash as the answer. The farewells experienced during your travels. Head to the book and write it down. It is, that's, I'm not gonna do that because we're gonna have a bunch, I'm gonna guess. I don't feel like reading those out tonight.
The taste of celestial ambrosia.
Let's see, we must got more, right? Just a little bit. So we go to the end here. Yes, not bad, not bad. Obviously, there's still more to come. Alright, then now I can start that event, but also we will eventually do the memory. I think I might just do like a separate little video instead where I read those out, because I think that's kind of fun, and I think that's an enjoyable part of it. So we'll keep that in mind for that. So we'll check out the achievements real quick. We got a whole bunch. Use the hand daggers to enter the miracle orb's elimination radius and stay there for a time. See the twin moons hanging high above the horizon. Ornyx's miracle, yeah. Rune of recollection, yep, that's just the story one. Project treasure chest. Only just discover it's in another space-time, yeah. It's not quite a story one, but pretty close. Right, defeat Pollux. Witness the final result of the Citizens' Assembly. Accept your companion's help, leave the Nether Realm. Yep. Okay, so this is one that we got in the battle. When uses the death wishes for more death, no ally characters enter the indulging slumber state. Huh. In a single battle, ensure the Black Tide's corroded demon does not absorb any corrosion when using Filth Eater. Huh. Cool. Always nice. Alright. Awesome. So that is it for this. That's awesome. We did good. Finally got through it. So looks like then next week we can do some other stuff. Like I said, I want to start and try blueprints, I think. So that will probably be what we do on Friday. If not, if I don't have another day in between where I might try to sneak in something. Although, to be fair, I need to, like I said, read out some of these, do stories in the memories. And, but that's a separate thing. Like I said, I can just record that when I had some time. So perfect. We like it. I enjoyed it. We're having fun. Like I said, I'm enjoying the story, and as the layers keep going on, and now there's something new here, we're getting more information. The whole Herda thing has brought in some more chaos to it all here, but also some rich information about what paths we're seeing. I guess we're seeing what the remembrance, and we're seeing the destruction, as they said. So, I'm not sure what the third one is, though. I don't know if they've actually said, but it's interesting that the destruction is also here, and that there's a Lord Ravager here. Is that what's being held? Is that what's like causing this? Maybe this like prison? Like, is it like a prison that is holding back? And if they break it, then the Lord Ravager will come up. It's interesting. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to say, but it's cool. There's so much cool stuff going down. And I'm enjoying it all. It's great. It's great. So hopefully you're enjoying it too. And thank you all for hanging out, watching, and getting a chance to follow along here if you haven't gotten a chance. Or if you're just kind of following along other ways, then, you know, hopefully you're enjoying it. But if you're enjoying it, of course, here on Twitch, that follow button and notification button if you like. On the YouTube side, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, whether on the stream itself or any of the videos you haven't to watch. I do appreciate it. Yeah, check out what we got. We got more stuff coming because I gotta put more stuff out. Just gotta find some time. But there's links in the description of the videos to Twitch and social media, so check that stuff out. On the Twitch side, there's links to YouTube and social media in the profile, in the panels, and also in chat. You can hit ! YouTube and ! Socials. So we have finished this patch's stuff. So awesome. Thank you all once again for hanging out and watching. Hopefully y'all are doing well out there. Stay well, stay safe, stay good, stay healthy, stay fresh. And we'll see you at least on Friday. If not Saturday. So like one of those days on the weekend, either Friday or Saturday. Probably Friday. And maybe another day if we can fit it in. So